Welcome, welcome, beautiful humans, to Laying Down All Bodies Yoga. So if you are joining me, grab for this practice a bath towel or a yoga blanket, something of the sort that we can use. Fold it up, keep it handy nearby, and then meet me on your back. Finding a bend in the knees to honor the low back. You might be laying in bed right now. Maybe you rolled out your mat or you cleared a spot for yourself on the floor. Wherever you are, let it be enough. Even if it's messy, even if it's not what you intended or how you intended it. Allow tonight's short practice to be enough, just as it is. Finding yourself on your back, pads of the feet gently pressed into the earth, knees bent. Begin to notice your natural breath in your body. As you lay here, noticing the breath in your body comes natural, effortlessly. Your body breathing all on its own. And as you breathe and witness without judgment the breath in your body, you might notice where in your physical body you feel your inhale, what expands and rises, and your exhale, what releases and melts. Softening your gaze or closing your eyes, allow your mind's eye to travel down into the torso and simply notice where you feel the breath in your body. Maybe the belly, maybe the lungs, maybe it's the shoulders and the throat. For this evening's practice, we'll move through square breath. So square breathing is a tool used in DBT, but it is an ancient practice. And it looks like this. We'll talk through it. We go through 4-second chunks. And so for 4 seconds, we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And then inhale for a count of 4. So we hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. We'll take a cleansing breath together in the body when you're ready. Inhaling, filling the belly and the lungs. Exhale, release it all the way. And we'll start our 4 count, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold the exhale 2, 3, 4, inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, and you can continue this square breath, or you might simply find your natural breath in your body. And as you breathe, witness sensation. Is there a calming aspect of that slow breath, knowing that when we hold the breath and when we elongate the exhale, we're stimulating the vagal brake here along the neck. It's one of our vagal nerves that controls the pace of our heart. And each time it's stimulated through held breath or through a slow exhale, we slow the heart rate, signaling to the brain that it's okay to relax, to the nervous system that we are safe where we are. From this posture, remaining with our natural breath for the rest of practice, we're going to start by focusing our awareness into our pelvic bowl. So right here, this area below the belly button, our hip bones, you might take your hands and place it on the low belly, simply just acknowledging that this is the area where we're going to focus a fair portion of our work today. And following from the low belly all the way down to the low back, can you notice what it feels like, the pressure of your low back against the earth? For a moment, just acknowledge. Let the shoulders relax, let the belly relax. And notice what it feels like, the pressure of your low back supported by the earth or mattress beneath you. From here, we'll press gently into the pads of the feet and we'll curl our tailbone gently up towards our belly button. So this further presses the low back down into the earth. And as you're pressing through the pads of the feet, feeling that low mid back really settle down into the earth, find an easy breath in the belly. So we're not lifting our tailbone off the earth. We're just gently pressing into the pads of our feet and feeling the tailbone gently curl up towards the belly button. Release the effort in the low back, in the feet. Let the back relax completely. All effort released from the body here. And then we'll reverse this motion. So instead of pressing through the feet and curling the pelvis up, we're going to arch the low back, sending the tailbone pressing down gently into the earth. And as you feel this arch in the low back, as you feel the tailbone gently pressing into the earth, you might also notice the back of your head pressing into the earth. Breathe here. You might send your breath down into the low belly and feel it expand, further assisting you in this gentle arch. Bringing ease to your face and your throat here. Letting all of the effort be in the lower portion of your body. And then release the low back, release all effort. You might jiggle, shake it out the hips just a little bit. Let the body settle down onto the mat. Before again, pressing into the pads of the feet and curling the pelvis up. So we're gently curling the tailbone up towards the ceiling or towards the belly button if that visual helps. But we're not pressing in so far that our torso leaves the mat in any way. We're just feeling this gentle curl in the pelvis, holding it. And as you hold it, you might notice how sensation changes. Does warmth begin to build in your body? Does sensation intensify? On an exhale, release all effort. Let the low back melt back down. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, reversing that motion, arching the low back, pressing gently through the tailbone, gently through the back of the head, keeping this arch here as you breathe into the low belly. The work we're doing tonight is really wonderful. if you have a connective tissue disorder like EDS. Creating interoception through deep, deep embodiment, this mind-body awareness. Moving slowly, building strength and stability around joints. Anywhere bone meets bone. On an exhale, release the low back down to the earth. Shake out the hips. Let all effort go from the body. One more time. We'll press into the feet. We'll curl the pelvis up, tailbone gently pressing towards the ceiling. And then as we do this, keeping the pelvis where it is, gently pressing into the pads of the feet, release any effort in the back of the neck. Feel the back of the neck grow long. You might notice the chin gently tucking down in the direction of your chest. But relax through the back of the neck. And I'm giving my head a little wiggle, a jiggle here, just to invite the release. On an exhale, let the low back release effort, let the neck release effort, and let's reverse this movement in both the pelvis and the neck. So inhale, arching the low back, filling the belly, feeling the back of the head press gently into the mat, and keeping this gentle arch in the low back, the tailbone pressing into the mat. I'm going to invite my chin to press towards the wall behind me. Allowing the front of my neck to grow long here. I might notice the back of my neck shortening as I extend through the chin. On an exhale, release. Let the head come back to neutral. Let the hips come back to neutral. Beautiful, beautiful. From here, grab your blanket or your towel. Maybe it's a rolled up sweatshirt. It doesn't have to be fancy. We're gonna place it underneath our right thigh. So right below my butt cheek, I'm placing it beneath my right thigh so that I can extend my right leg long and let my heel settle down onto my mat while the back of my thigh rests on my towel or my blanket. So we're looking for this sensory feedback, the back of our thigh pressing gently down or gently weighted down along with the back of our heel. And from here, let's give our leg a shake back and forth, and let's imagine just releasing any effort in that right hip, letting it melt, letting it go, and then let it settle into stillness here. And then we'll turn the toes of our right foot up towards the ceiling. We'll press gently through the heel as we flex the toes towards the body. We're engaging the muscles in the top of the right leg here. It's just a gentle engagement. And then once the muscles of the legs are engaged, press the leg directly down into the earth. And I'm really pressing through my upper thigh or the bottom portion of my thigh down into that blanket, down into that towel, along with my heel, and I'm holding it. And so here we are building strength. And because we are doing it low and slow, we are forming new neural pathways. We're engaging new muscle fibers, bringing parts of ourselves into this movement that never have been before. When you're ready, release effort. We're no longer pressing that right leg down. Give it a shake. Let it go. Let it loose. And then once more, turning the toes of the right foot towards the ceiling, pressing gently through the heel, pulling the toes towards the heart center. We engage the muscles in that right leg. And then once more, we're pressing down into our mat. Really pressing the back of the right leg directly down into the earth. Noticing how the front of our leg engages, how our hip flexors engage to press down. And then once more, release, relax all effort in that right leg. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right, let's explore this once more, but instead of pressing down, let's pull up. So the toes of that right foot track towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel, flexing the toes gently towards the body as we do, engaging the muscles in the leg. We press down once more like we know, pressing down, directly down the whole of that right leg, pressing, 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 and now keeping the leg engaged, bend through the knee. Just bend it and lift. Feel the sensation change, maybe in the low back. And then exhale, release all effort, nice and slow. The knee straightens, shake the leg out. We'll do this twice more. Right toes track towards the ceiling, engage the leg, pressing directly down once the leg is engaged. And then either bending the knee to lift the leg, or you might try taking the whole leg up, and we raise it nice and slow, only about a foot off the ground. That's it. And as we engage and as we hold it here, just gently lift it. Notice where we feel the intensity. Is it in the low back? Is it in the top of our leg? Maybe the outside of our hip? You might feel it all the way up into your shoulders. Feel the sensation, and it might be a little uncomfortable as the intensity grows. Shying away from anything that flirts with pain. And then on an exhale, release the ground to the earth, shake the leg out. Let all effort go completely, completely. We'll do this one more time. Turn the toes towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel, pulling the toes towards the heart. And then first we press down, right? We press down firmly into the earth, the whole of the leg. And then keeping it engaged, we then lift slowly, inch by inch, until we're a foot or so off the earth. Nothing too major, and we hold, and maybe you experience a little shaking. Notice if you can engage only through this right leg. Can you bring ease to the face, the heart center, the upper arms, the lower arms, maybe even the solar plexus, the upper half of the belly? On an exhale, let that leg settle back down into the earth. We'll take a moment, bending that right knee, planting the pad of the foot. We'll remove the towel. And then with both feet planted, take a moment, and you might close your eyes to do this, to notice how does the right hip, leg, back feel in comparison to the left hip, leg, back. And you might get really specific, right? The more words we have to identify what we're feeling, the more our nervous system learns the story of relaxation. So you might notice that you feel warmth, maybe an aching, a floating, or a buzzing on the right side of the body. Once you identify it, we'll switch sides. So grabbing this towel, we'll place it right below that left butt cheek, right up underneath that left thigh. And we're gonna extend the left thigh long until the back of that thigh and the heel of that left foot are resting, fully supported on the mattress or mat where you are. And then from here, let's shake that left leg out, right? Give it a good shake. Relax all the way up through the hip. Let it hang loose. Let the body move as it will as you just shake out the whole of that left leg. And then let it settle into stillness before turning the toes of that left foot towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel of the left foot, pulling the toes up towards the face, towards the heart, engaging the muscles in that left leg, and then pressing the leg directly down into the earth. So we're pressing the back of my left thigh, the back of my left heel, pressing down. And as you press down, Again, we notice, can we bring ease to the upper half of our body? Can we maybe release some tension in our shoulders here? And then as you release to the upper body, notice what is engaged in the lower half of your body. Maybe you feel the tension, the force building in the back of the leg, maybe in the glutes, the low back. Simply notice, and then on an exhale, release, let it melt, shake the leg out, right? Keeping the heel planted to shake it out, I just swing my toes left and right, left and right. If I relax the whole of my leg, it shakes all the way up to my hip. And then once more, turning the left toes towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel, pulling the toes towards my heart center, engaging all the muscles in my leg, and then pressing my leg directly down and holding while I breathe. Notice where in your upper body you can bring a little more effortlessness as you isolate the effort in the left leg, the left hip, the left lower back. And release, shake out the leg. Now we're gonna reverse that motion and lift the leg. So turning the toes towards the ceiling, engaging all of the muscles of the left leg. We first press down, pressing down firmly, feeling our strength, but not overdoing it. Noticing what the pressure feels like as we firmly engage the leg, pressing it down, and then keeping the leg engaged, slowly lift it inch by inch, 8 to 12 inches from the floor, and then hold there, keeping it engaged, letting it float. Breathing deep into the belly and noticing where sensation builds in your body, maybe in the front, in the hip flexors. What does it feel like as it builds? Is a little uncomfortable, maybe, a warmth. When you're ready, release the leg back down, let go of all effort, and shake the leg out. We'll do one more lift. Really shaking that leg out first, letting go of any pent-up energy, of any tension that might be harbored there in the leg. Let that left leg settle into stillness before turning those toes towards the ceiling, engaging the whole, all of the muscles of that left leg by pressing through the heel, pulling the toes towards the torso, and then we'll press the whole of the leg down, down into the mat. Holding that pressure down and keeping the leg engaged, start to lift the whole of the leg or bend the knee. Whatever feels good in our body, knowing it might change from left to right. And then keeping that leg lifted 8 to 12 inches above the mat, engaged. The full length of the left leg, breathing into the body, and notice, has any tension snuck up on the shoulders? Can you release it here? What about the jaw? The tongue? And then release effort from that left leg. Shake it out, shake it out. Bend that left knee, plant the pad of the foot. Let's pull this towel away to the side. We won't use it for the rest of our practice. From here, let's test out the low back. We've done a lot to warm it up with the work that we've done with the pelvis, but let's extend our legs long here. And extending them long will tell you a lot about how your low back is feeling. If the low back has suddenly arched pretty highly off the floor, that means that our psoas and our iliopsoas, those muscles attached to the lumbar spine and then down into the legs, might need a little extra love. And that is exactly what we're doing tonight. So If the sensation in the low back becomes a distraction, grab your towel, roll it up, and place it beneath your knees. Lower your knees back down onto the mat. And then when we settle our knees on that towel or that blanket, there's a little bend in them, which honors the low back. So wherever you are, find comfort sprawled out on the floor, finding distance between the feet that leaves plenty of room for the hips and the belly. So I like to take mine out mat width, maybe even a little wider, my feet. And I like to let the backs of my arms settle fully into the earth. So maybe my hands are on my belly, maybe they're down by my sides, but really more so out towards the side to create space in my chest for the breath. But find yourself fully sprawled out, letting it all go, giving up the need to look like anything, to meet any standard or performance, releasing the need from your body. We're going to engage in similar movement in our arms that we were doing with our legs. And what that is going to do is it's going to build strength around our rotator cuff muscles, right? So everything that moves the shoulder joints, we are going to build strength and stability there. And also interoception by becoming acutely aware of every little movement that our body makes. So with arms spread out or down by our sides, wherever they feel most comfortable, I'm going to have you make a fist with your right hand. So holding that fist, and then imagine engaging, just like with the leg, all the muscles in your arm. So we're tensing our bicep, our tricep, our forearm, holding that fist. And once the whole of the right arm is engaged, we're going to press it directly down into the earth. So wherever the arm is at, pressing it directly down into the earth. Noticing as you press it down, what else assists you? Can you feel the back of your head pressing down into the earth? Maybe you feel your other arm gently pressing down to assist you. Maybe you notice the weight of your pelvis settle down into the earth, helping you press the weight of your arm directly down. And then release the fist, release the effort in the arm, just like we did with the leg. Shake the arm out, shake it out. And then swing the arm a little further up towards the head. So if it was down by your sides, maybe it's directly out. If it was directly out, maybe it's a little further up towards the head. But we're going to engage that fist again in the right hand. And then once the fist is made, clenching the muscles in the whole of the right arm before pressing our arm directly down into the earth, the whole length of our arm. Notice as you press the arm down, what you feel in the right shoulder blade. Can you feel your right shoulder blade also pressing down? Are there any portions of your belly or your back that engage as you continue to press the arm down into the earth? And then release the fist, release the arm, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We'll swing our arm now a little further up so that it is above our head. From here, we again make that fist with the right hand. Engage all of the muscles of the right arm by flexing the bicep, the forearms, and then we're going to press it directly down into the earth like we know. Pressing down, noticing how this feels, and then keeping the arm engaged, we'll lift it just like we did the leg, inch by inch, nice and slow, about 8 to 10 inches or so above the mat or mattress, wherever we are, and then hold it there. And notice as we hold it, can you release effort in the legs? Maybe you shake them out. You might release any effort in this left arm here, noticing if we can isolate our effort into the right shoulder, the right arm, and then release that right arm down, shake it out, feel the blood return. Notice what you feel, maybe a tingling, a warming or cooling sensation, maybe a gentle ache from the effort. Let it be, let it be. We'll sweep our left arm down by our side, and then we'll repeat this, or our right arm down by our side, and then we'll repeat this with the left side. So wherever your left arm just naturally settles in this posture, make your fist. Making that fist with the left arm, we then engage all of the muscles along the left arm, the forearm, the bicep, the deltoids, all the way up. Once the arm is fully engaged, we know the drill, press it down into the earth. And as you press down, notice where else you can bring ease as you engage in the shoulders and the upper back here. Can you release any effort through the throat and the tongue? Maybe that right arm, the legs, all while pressing that left arm down into the earth. When you're ready, release the fist, relax that left hand, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Before once more making that fist, engaging all the muscles in that left arm and then pressing them directly down into the earth. Holding that downward pressure while we release effort everywhere else in the body. Letting the force build in that left arm as it presses down into the earth while we let go everywhere else. Now let go in the whole of the left arm, let it relax, shake it out. Last time, we'll sweep our arm up overhead, extending through the length of this arm. Once again, finding a fist, engaging from fist to shoulder, all of the muscles in the arm before pressing them directly down into the earth. Acknowledging what muscles are engaged to allow this, and then relaxing everywhere else. And then when you are ready, keeping the muscles of the arm engaged, start to lift it inch by inch. That arm still extended, only as far as feels friendly, right? Our rotator cuffs can be delicate things. And so if you're just imagining lifting your arm up, beautiful. And if you find that you have 8 to 10 inches to lift and hold, beautiful. There is no best way unless it's your way. Noticing how the force builds in that left arm, how tension builds. Can we release everywhere else and let it build only in that left arm? And then when you're ready, release the fist, release the arm down, shake it out, shake it out. We're coming to the close of our practice, and we've done a lot with the pelvis, with the hip joints, with the shoulder joints. And we'll end our practice laying on our backs here. I'm going to invite you to just splay out like a starfish, any which way that feels good, right? Your arms splayed out in a position that leaves room for your breath, your legs, feeling effortlessness, right? Our toes falling out towards the side. And then we'll find some gentle somatic repetitive movement through the whole of our body, a gentle shaking as we breathe. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant through the heels of my feet here. I'm going to take a deep inhale into my belly, and as I do, I'm going to flex my toes towards my heart, right? Flexing my toes up, filling my belly deep, and now as I exhale, I'm relaxing the whole of my body, and I am pumping my toes. Pump, 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 feeling my body shake like jello. Letting the motion in my feet ripple out like water through the whole of my body, pumping those toes, bringing ease to the belly, letting the body shake. And you might find that it feels enjoyable and relaxing to keep this toe pumping, this gentle rippling, jiggling of the body going continuously. And you might do that. You might also pair this movement with the breath, and with each inhale, find some stillness. Flex the toes towards the heart as the belly fills, and then as you exhale, pump the toes, letting the exhale be nice and slow. Once you inhale, again, finding stillness, flexing the toes towards the heart center as you breathe in. Exhale, pumping the toes. Continuing this in your body for as long as feels good. As we come to the close of our practice, you might continue breathing and pumping the toes, letting the body jiggle and release. Or you might settle into stillness, you decide. Wherever you are, I invite you to place your hands on your belly, sort of closing this sensory loop in our bodies. Let the whole of your body find effortlessness. Let it relax with each exhale, melting, releasing, letting go of any remaining tension. As we come to the close of our practice, take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. Even if it feels silly and unfamiliar, nobody chose to do this for you but you. The work that you do is powerful and important. It's a gift not only to yourself, but to the world. So thank you. And thank you for practicing with me. The light and the dark in me, the chaos, the beauty, the imperfections. See the light and the dark in you, the chaos, the beauty, because we are the same, and it's beautiful. Thank you.